Before we get started, I'd like to briefly explain my 7 energy point chakra spread. The cards on the left are the unconscious inner self. The card in the center is the heart. And the 3 cards on the right are the conscious foreself. The card on the bottom left is the base of your spine. It's a combination of many things, from past lives to tragic or cherished childhood memories up to the present. We're always culling and bringing new things into our lives and evolving. That's why I'm calling it sourcings and urgings instead of foundation. The second card up is your pelvic or sacrum. And this is awakening or arousing. This is where your spiritual awakening is, and growth of all kinds, and includes your sexual prowess. This can be a cosmic life breath. The cosmos has natural laws that live in harmony, but we don't always live in harmony with them. The top left-hand card is the solar plexus, or what I consider sensing and feeling. This is where you get those gut feelings about something when they're right or wrong. This is also a universal life force, contrary to a cosmic life breath. This is where chaos ensues in our lives. The center card is the heart of the matter, or the situation. We're always asking questions. Why did this happen, and what's going to happen next? The heart of the matter must connect with the unconscious and the conscious, so we can leave our shadow self in the dust. Another Jungian reality here. And maybe have more of an understanding of what's happening in our lives. The card on the bottom right is the throat, or what I consider communicating and teachings. It has to do with how we accept the rules of society and how we live our life. Are you living a conservative, orthodox life, or more of a new wave, do what you want kind of life? The second card up is the third eye, or seeing or envisioning. It's more of bringing things from a linear to a 3-dimensional perspective. The third eye is our pineal gland in the center of our brain that's activated by light. So this can also be considered enlightenment. The card on the top right is the crown, our knowing and understanding. You can have a lot of knowledge, but if you cannot apply this knowledge wisely, it's not wisdom. In the past, I used to pull a hidden Rider-Waite card as I was doing the readings, but for logistic reasons, I'm going to be pulling all of the cards at once, and then putting these clarification cards alongside each of the main cards as I'm telling the story of the reading. The subtitles will direct you through this so you don't lose track of what's going on and where I'm at and what card I'm reading. And then on the left, I'll be putting a past card, and on the right, I'll be putting a future card, and on with the readings. Dear Capricorn, I think you noticed that I won't be doing the messages of the angel card reading, and in lieu I'll be doing a rune reading associated to the tarot reading. I like runes. I've had these runes for just years, and I had no idea I'd be using them on a YouTube channel. I grew up part of my childhood near a very famous rune stone, so I have a connection to the runes, and the runes I have are pretty small, and I had to put them on the back of a Rider-Waite card so you could see them. And I might have to get some new ones, and larger ones anyway. Now while you're listening to my tarot reading, think of a yes or no question for something that you desire, because I'm playing a little 8-ball game, and we'll see what the answer is at the end of the reading. I know April was a difficult month for everybody, or is. I'm not sure when you're listening to this. But in May, things are looking quite a bit better. The planets are in harmonious aspects to each other. They're talking to each other, and what's commanding is air and fire. And air combusts fire, so everything's meshing. And I think things are going to flow along quite a bit better. And also with 2017 being an ending and new beginning year. I think we've gone through a lot of the major endings. There'll be some more, but I think there'll be more new beginnings, which would be much more refreshing for everybody. Now, before I get into your reading, I want to mention that at the base of your spine, you receive the Death and the Wheel card. Now, I just did the Taurus reading, and they received the Fool and the Wheel card. And I think it was Scorpio and Aquarius, they received the Nine of Cups. There's been a lot of the same type of energy and luck going on in these readings. Well, actually, up to this point anyway. I still have, I don't know, at least a handful more to do. But you have a very interesting reading, and let's get into it and see what's going on. I'm going to start with the past this time because I think it's pivotal to what's going on in the present and what opportunities you have in the future. Down in the past, you received the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles is about practical affairs, being a pragmatist. It appears in the past you've evaluated everything objectively, and you focused on reaching your goals. And with the clarification card of the Ten of Swords, there was some storm clouds over the kingdom. You've been betrayed in some way, stabbed in the back. This card can cause some kind of personal bankruptcy if you allow it to. But as with all 10 cards, this is indicating there is an ending with a new beginning in sight. Now let's go down to your base of your spine for sourcing and urgings. As I mentioned, you got the Death card. I think this Ten of Swords bumped you into a transition. And with the Queen of Cups there, she was saying the only practical thing you can do is go through a transformation. Now in the April monthly and mid-monthly readings, many of the signs received the Six of Cups, the card of childhood memories. And I realized everybody was walking around with a massive amount of emotional baggage, to the point where I thought people needed a claim check just to leave the house. But all of a sudden in May, it's like it has this breezy feel to it, and everybody's changing their attitude, and it's like, yeah, okay, let's just transition, let's do this. And here you received the Death card, but the best thing about it is the clarification card is the Wheel of Fortune. The fates of fortune are on your side. And you have to take advantage of this auspicious time because the window of opportunity will eventually close as the cycle of the wheel goes down. And up above in your sacrum, or pelvic, for awakening and arousing, you receive the Hierophant and the Queen of Cups. I'm going to discuss them together because they're very relevant. And since this is in the spiritual awakening category, the Hierophant is saying that, yeah, you're doing some soul searching. You're doing some spiritual searching. You're also searching for some truths. The word Hierophant is Latin for to show or make known. You want something exposed. You want to understand some cosmic concepts. You want to enhance some connection to the divine and bring it down to the earthly realm. That's why there's the presence of the Queen of Cups. She's earth. She's indicating earthly love. And this brings in the idea of agape, which means love in Greek, but in modern days it's more like brotherly love. It doesn't have a sexual connotation to it. And here you've got a cosmic Hierophant connected to the earthly Queen of Cups for love and emotions. It's like you're seeking a higher self, somebody that's going to be doing things without desire. Or maybe said best, giving unselfish love. And this seems to be the quest of your spiritual self. And this seems to be the quest of your spiritual awakening. Now up above, in your solar plexus for sensing and feeling, you received the Sun card twice. This is indicating that there's a new day dawning. It's offering clarity, understanding, and fulfillment. Suddenly things are coming into focus from the nourishing lifeline rays of the sun. It's like there's some kind of purification going on. You know, you've been walking in the obscure path of the moon, and all of a sudden, the sun rises. The sun portends success, abundance, and joy. That your unconscious inner self is in balance with your conscious foreself. As usual, there's rocky roads ahead, but you're optimistic and emotionally prepared for what comes your way now. You've overcome your shadow self. And the illumination of the sun is a spiritual enlightenment. And that's what you are seeking down in the pelvic and sacrum area with the Hierophant. A spiritual enlightenment. A light that draws you towards it. You know, the word illumination in Latin actually means spiritual enlightenment. But to acquire the happiness of the sun, you need to have simplicity. It just boils down to honesty and sincerity. Unpretentiousness that brings an indescribable wholeness of being. All of a sudden now you're just feeling the joy of living and the delight of being alive. Now the center cards for the heart of the matter. Receive the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups. And there's a lot of water and emotion energy going on here because you've got the Queen of Cups next to the Hierophant. So you've got 3 out of 4 court cards from Cups. This reading has to do with your emotional well-being and it moving forward to more deeper bonds, more deeper emotional bonds. The Knight is offering the cup of opportunity, which is filled with emotions and love. And the King of Cups is the apex of emotional control. And he's also one that assists in ameliorating a broken heart or a hurt heart. And he's connected to the Ten of Swords from the past. He's there to say, yeah, it's okay. Let's just move on. We can love again. And down on the bottom right for the communicating and teaching, you receive Temperance. This is just a reminder from the King of Cups up there to temper and control your emotions. But Temperance is one of the major arcana cards that can breach the conscious to the unconscious side. And it appears now that they're meshing. And you're going into balance. And the clarification card is the Chariot. He's reminding you too of having discipline and self-control. He's working off temperance. They're both about tempering and moderating your behavior, your emotions. And this is reinforced above for the third eye for seeing and envisioning. You received another major arcana card, the Strength. Yeah, it's saying to temper the beast inside you and identify the beasts inside other people that surround you. It's saying to have the strength to overcome your obstacles and divine courage to overcome fear, to find patience. And once you overcome fear, you acquire confidence. And the clarification card is the Nine of Cups. It's the Wish card. This card keeps showing up over and over again in these May readings. And I keep saying, curiosity killed the cat. And everybody forgets the second line. Satisfaction brought him back. And the Nine of Cups is about satisfaction and contentment in your life. Now up above, for the crown of knowing and understanding, you receive the Queen of Cups again. So this is connected to the Hierophant and Queen of Cups down in your spiritual awakening. She's connecting again to the Hierophant for seeking the truth, finding love, knowing what agape is, knowing that you're searching for brotherly love as well as intense carnal love. But once again, there's a few storm clouds over the kingdom because the clarification card is the Three of Swords. The heartbreak card, the one that checks you into Heartbreak Hotel. You've had some ups and downs. And usually this card indicates that there's been some kind of severed ties. Or something that happened that broke your heart. Sometimes they say it's a triangle of lovers. 3 involved, maybe somebody's married and somebody's not. This could even be some wounds from some painful rejection. But whatever happened is now bumping you into a new reality. Because I pulled another clarification card for the Queen of Cups and the Three of Swords, and you received the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, Pentacles means Capricorn. You're now given a new beginning. It's really up to you to accept this one pentacle with the promise of more. But you have to do the hard work for this to become a reality. Now, we've already discussed the past cards, so let's jump over to the future cards because the main future card, once again, is the Ace of Pentacles, just in case you missed the message. Up above with the Queen and the Three of Swords, there's the Ace of Pentacles again. Yes, the Ace of Pentacles is extending possible gifts of value and fates of fortune for wealth. But it's not only probably wealth, but it's health and your emotional well-being. It's giving you a real-time potential for success with money and in business matters, and maybe eclipsing some financial struggles that you've had in the past. Rome wasn't built in a day, but it's time for you to get started and roll up your sleeves and get to work on your new beginnings. Now the clarification card is the Ten of Wands. It's indicating that there's going to be a lot of work and responsibility starting anew. Because you're in this death transformation, and I know this Ten of Wands is connected to the Ten of Swords from the past, but I certainly would rather have the Ten of Wands than the Ten of Swords. You can eventually lighten your load, but right now you have to take advantage of these 2 Ace of Pentacles because the Wheel of Fortune is going to close the window. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.